Today we're unboxing the brand new Luba 3 all-wheel drive. This is one of the first ones in the United States, and we're gonna go over it in this video. This mower has 3D LiDAR. What's LiDAR? We'll get into that. It's got AI vision, all-wheel drive. The setup on this is extremely easy. You don't have any RTK to worry about, no wires. AI takes care of it. Ah, look at that. All right, first thing we have here is our station. So this is what gets mounted to the ground, and the robot drives up to here. We're gonna put this to the side. All right, we got this little instruction. What is this? This is an instruction manual. We got our front bumper. We got our side guards. These go on the side. I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure what that is. That's pretty cool. You can see through it. Ooh, ooh, look at you. Ah, so this is the 3D LiDAR. Pull this guy out. Oh, that's got some weight behind it. Wow. Woo! We'll put that down right here. So here we have some power, and then we got like an accessory kit. All right, so that's all we have in the box. I suggest keeping the box. Let's open up this accessory kit. So you have some stakes, we got a charger, some brushes. Oh, that's nice, and it comes with some extra blades. All right, guys, this is my 5th robot lawnmower. This is the most rugged and heaviest lawnmower that I've had up to this point. It's got a lot of batteries in it because it has to power a very powerful 10 tops chip, AI-enabled chip that's twice the speed of the Luba 2. This chip in here is twice the speed of the Luba 2, and I can't even tell you how much faster it is than the Luba 1. The reason why it has that is because it has 3 global positioning systems basically built into it. So it has an RTK, which is a GPS, satellites, built in. You can see it has a little satellite here. It's got a camera here. This camera also tells it where it's at. It uses AI to detect things that are in your yard. And it also has this LiDAR on the top. Basically what this does, this spins around, shoots lasers all around. And with those 3 things, it's able to basically detect where it is in your yard and cut your yard and cut within, and also make sure it's not cutting things that it shouldn't do. So it's extremely smart robot. One of the smartest robots I've ever seen. This does not have a separate RTK. A lot of robots out there actually have a separate RTK. Basically, it's just like this little stand, and it's a receiver for the satellites, and that communicates back to the robot. And this doesn't have that, which makes setup a lot easier. All you need to do is run power to this. If we take a closer look, we'll look at the suspension. This is all-wheel drive, so this will get up like an 80-degree slope. You have the suspension here. It's extremely rugged. Omnidirectional wheels, what that allows it to do is basically work like a zero turn. All right, so you can set that up in the app. You can have it work as a 0 turn, or you can have it kind of do a 3-point turn. All control within the app. The app is amazing. We had to install the front bumper, extremely easy. Just push it in, put 2 screws in there. Now what I want to do is I want to turn this thing over, and I want to take a look at the bottom, all right? Because this is where they've also made a lot of changes. So if we pull this off, wow, these wheels are definitely bigger. It's got more cutting blades than it ever had before. So these are 165 watt dual cutting wheels, okay, extremely powerful. The actual wheels themselves from the Luba 1 that I had definitely feel a lot more stable. I see something got some vents here. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe that's to keep the grass from collecting under here, you know, but all over, this is looking really good. This is real shiny basically so that the grass won't sit in there, and I'm liking this. You have these new guards. So I haven't installed these yet, but these basically just connect into here and with these 2 screws. And I like the way it kind of looks. You know, it gives it a neat little look there. This installs with the supplied screwdriver that they give you. Look, Mom, doing it with one hand. So one thing I want to point out is the design of these blades. These blades are actually designed to be turned over, so you can actually use both sides of the blade. So after a few weeks, you basically unscrew these, and you can see they actually use Phillips heads here, which is a little different. They used to have, I believe it was like 1/2 or 2.5 millimeter bolts, and that would sometimes get stripped out, okay? So that's definitely a welcomed upgrade. Yeah, all in all, I really like the design of these wheels. They feel very, very secured, very, very rugged. That was definitely a big upgrade. So this right here is a camera, and the neat thing about this is when you're away from your house, you can actually turn on with the app, turn these cameras on, drive this around your yard, and drive somewhere to see what's going on in your yard. This is like a camera that you can drive around your yard. So safety, if you have dogs, pets, and toys out back, everyone's worrying about this thing might run them over. It's very, like, not gonna happen. First of all, it's got a bumper here. This is a bumper that will, if it hits something, it'll actually stop and go around it. But before it even hits that, the LiDAR will pick it up. If this is shining lasers, invisible lasers, and it knows exactly what's in front of it, what's around it. It also has AI cameras on it. So if the LiDAR doesn't work, this doesn't work, the AI camera can also pick it up. The RTK knows where it is in your yard. Basically, that's a GPS. And the built-in AI capabilities of this thing to know exactly what it is. I think it knows right now about 300 objects. The AI capabilities of this robot are almost endless. And over-the-air updates that this can do, they can make this thing almost do anything. This thing's awesome right now, but in the future, I can't even imagine what they're gonna be able to do with this robot. So now we have the docking station on here. Now this obviously would usually be installed outside, but I have about a foot of snow in my yard right now. Now you're probably wondering, why would you get this in the winter? Well, you want to get something like this in the winter so you can get the app installed, you get comfortable with it, you can figure out where you're going to put it in your yard. I have gotten them in the middle of the summer, which is kind of a pain in the butt because your lawn's growing and you're trying to set this up. So definitely getting this early in the year, it gets you a leg up in the spring. So this sits on here. There's a couple bolts that you have to put in on the bottom, and you have to run this to some kind of power, okay? So there is a power supply in there. This has to constantly have power. And the way this works, like my other Lubas, is this is where it basically comes in here to charge. It charges automatically all by itself. It knows when it needs to charge. It'll go out, mow, come back, charge at the docking station, okay? It does come with some stakes. You want to stake this into the ground, and you do want to find a pretty flat area to put this in your yard. So this is basically the complete setup here. I'm extremely excited. Is this the most powerful, is this the most advanced robot lawnmower out there right now? It actually is. I'm definitely confident to say this is probably the most powerful and the most advanced robot out there. Having the LiDAR, having the vision in here of the cameras, and having the built-in RTK and not having to have that separate satellite thing on the side, that is gonna be so nice. It just makes the setup super clean. You don't have wires running all over the place. I'm extremely excited. Now, I will make a video on how to set this up, how it performs. I've done multiple videos on multiple other ones. If you want to see them, I will link them at the end of here. But I will show you exactly how this thing sets up, how it works, how to use the app, and we'll get really deep into this once all that snow goes out of my yard. All right, so if you're into that kind of thing, I'm going to ask you, please subscribe to the channel, please like this video, and leave me a comment down below. I'm Mike, Family DIY TV, and I'm Luba, Robot Mower, out.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.